Sometimes life brings the greatest love when you least expect it. Ace met Tommy, a little boy, at just such a moment. Ace was a dog nobody wanted. Too mischievous, too energetic, too difficult. Everyone had given up on him until he found his real family. The family had never even considered getting a new dog. They had 3 little girls, and the house was already full of noise, laughter, and activity. Plus, they had another baby on the way. But sometimes fate doesn't make plans. It surprises you at the most unexpected moments. And that day, life gave them a surprise. Ace, a rebellious, slightly wild dog. Ace's previous owners had given up. "It's too much," they said. He was a dog that jumped constantly, chewed everything, and never stopped. When the new family first saw him, they were unsure. The girls were a little scared, and the parents wondered, "Can we handle this?" But then Ace looked at them. And in that look, there was more than just mischief. There was brokenness, longing, hope. And in that moment, their hearts said yes. They decided to adopt Ace. The first few days were chaotic. Ace jumped on the couches, chewed on things, scared the children. Sometimes even the parents' patience ran out, but they didn't give up. Every day they taught him a little more, to wait, to be calm, to be loved. And slowly, Ace began to change. Beneath that wild energy was a huge heart. And that heart formed its strongest bond with Tommy, the youngest of the family. Tommy was still tiny, just learning to walk, but Ace seemed to understand his age. That dog, who was so excited when playing with the other children, was completely different around Tommy. Quiet, gentle, and attentive, as if to say, "This child is entrusted to me." He protected him like his own puppy. Tommy's first steps were unsteady. Ace was there every time he fell. One day, when Tommy was going a little too fast in his walker, Ace walked right beside him as if to say, "Slow down, buddy, don't fall." This was no longer instinct, it was pure love. Over time, the two became inseparable. When Tommy was sick, Ace would immediately lie down next to him, put his head in the child's lap, and wait for hours without moving. Even in those childish moments when Tommy was babbling, making up games with meaningless words, Ace listened attentively. It was as if he understood every word. Years passed. That once unwanted, mischievous dog had become the guardian of the home. Every morning, he would go into each room one by one, greet everyone, then curl up at the children's feet and sleep peacefully. The family never left him alone, and Ace never left them in the lurch. He was no longer just a dog. He had become the heart and protector of the family. Looking back, they said, "We're so glad we took him in." Because the love, peace, and laughter Ace brought was much more than they had expected. The dog that was once seen as too much was actually the missing piece they needed. If this story touched your heart, remember this. Sometimes the purest love is hidden in the most mischievous, seemingly difficult hearts. Ace was a dog nobody wanted. But when he met Tommy, one of the most beautiful friendships in the world was born. Love doesn't just change lives. Sometimes it saves them. If this story brought a smile to your face, don't forget to like the video, share it with your loved ones, and subscribe to our channel. Because here, every story begins with the heart, and each one reminds us of the power of love. Thank you.